Hello everybody, welcome back to Southeast by Midwest. I'm Cassie and today we're going to be talking about the Tati Beauty Volume 1 palette. So if you want to know how this palette works, my thoughts on it, if you should buy it, all that jazz, just keep watching. As always here on Southeast by Midwest, before we talk about the product, we always disclose, and the disclosure for this is I did purchase this with my own money back at the beginning of the year, I want to say. Tati has no idea who I am, so let's jump in. Okay, so as you can see with this, it is a kind of matte black, well, yeah, with the raised Tati Beauty. This is not raised, this is kind of just printed on. It did come with a sleeve or a box, but I stuck that somewhere and I meant to keep it for this review, but I don't know where that is. And it does tell you on the back the size of the pans and all that. That's what this little fine print is down here. And then we have it so that if you're going to store it in your, like, out, well, you can't, I don't think you can store this in your Alex. I think this might be too tall. But if you're going to store it on like a shelf or anything like that, we also have it on the spine. You're gonna get this super, you see how large that mirror is? I'm trying not to blind you. So you get a super large mirror and then the shadows. This does currently have a protector over it. We have 6 color stories or tones, and then we have 4 textures, and these pans are really nice size pans. So coming across, we have Memory, Ritual, Story, Soothe, Aura, and Poet. So, you know, this whole thing is the Memory color story. This is the Ritual. This is the, you see how it goes. Then starting from the top, we have Glitter. That's the row going across. So that's a glitter formula. This is going to be a metallic formula. This is going to be a sequin formula. And then this one is going to be the matte formula. I'm not going to swatch all 24 of these because I do have swatches at the blog post link down below, but I did want to swatch a few of them. So particularly, I want to swatch at least one of each of the formulas for you. And I want to try not to double dip too much, and I want to try to get at least, you know, 4 of the color stories. I want to swatch in the metallic row story, so we're going to avoid that as the matte. I want to swatch Poet in the pinpoint, so we're going to skip that. I think Soothe would make the best in the glitter, so why don't we go on ahead and do Ritual and as our matte shade. So as you can see, super pigmented. I did not go back into the pan. I'm going to leave the, I'm not going to edit that out, and you'll see I kind of swirled my finger in 2 or 3 times. There is a little bit of kick up in the pan. I don't know if you can see it, but when I actually spread it across and swatched it, there was no kick up on my finger, on my hand. I do want to say that while I am currently swatching these with my finger, they do perform really well with brushes. I have used this multiple times, even though it doesn't really look like it. It's just, I don't go hard in my pans, if you know what I mean. And they do perform just as well as what you're seeing on the hand as they do on the eye. Alright, so I said for the next row up sequence that I wanted to do the Poet color story. So we're going to swatch that with the middle finger because the first finger still has a little bit. I did go a few extra times in there, so, because I was talking and not paying attention. But, phone, Burt's Bees Pop Socket, let me know if you want a review of that. Can you see the blue just like dancing in there? I've mentioned this before with ColourPop palettes. I hate matte shadows that have, you can really see it in the pan, that have that kind of glitter in them, because I find that when you start to blend these out, you lose the glitter and it just basically becomes this. However, that did not happen with this. I did try a look with this shade here in particular. in my crease, and it stayed, you could just see, like when I closed my eyes and tilted my head, the little pinpoints of the gold in this one just reflecting in my crease. So these little pinpoints are like infused into there. I do want to mention that these two do have coconut derived ingredients in them. So next we have the metallics, and I said I wanted to do Story for this one. And these are supposed to be, oh, by the way, these are intense pigments with contrasting pearls. These are supposed to be gloss coated pearls. So we're going to go into this one, and that just literally glides on. Now for the glitters, this is supposed to be a unique pressed gel system with coconut oil. And I said for this one I wanted to do Aura. Can you see the glitter on there? I did not, as you saw, double dip in there. That literally was one swipe across. I found that when I tried this, I had no issues with this running down my face, getting into my eyes, or anything like that. That is the matte black. All right, now for my thoughts. If you're judging this based purely on the product itself, the quality of the shadows, then $48 for this size of shadows, this many color stories, things that work well together. I mean, you can literally pull from every column and they will all work well together. It's worth it. Especially you get the different textures, the glitters work really well. You could tell she spent time doing this. It is worth the $48, in my opinion. So hopefully you found this video informative. If you did, make sure to give it a thumbs up and share it with all your friends. It really does help. If you own this and you have thoughts on the quality, hit me up in the blog post link down below. And until next time, bye.